Imagine a family member of yours suddenly disappears. Their car abandoned miles away from their house, yet there was no sign of them anywhere else. No foul play is seen, and the police are grinded to a halt, only for new evidence to shine out 20 years later and finally solving a 2 decade old mystery. Hello, everybody, my name is Juby Scott, and with all the things I added to make my horror stuff an official series, I wanted to cover a short case as an introduction. Without further ado, everyone, welcome to Juby After Dark. It was December 15th, 1973, when Alan P. Robicheaux, at the age of 73, disappeared without a trace from his Franklin Street home in Gretna. A week later, police found his car abandoned a few blocks away, but there was never again any sign of the slight, balding man who was last seen wearing a green army jacket. With no leads and what seems like no foul play evidence found, police did not have anything else to go on, and Alan was simply thought of as someone who decided to disappear willingly. Lucy May, Alan's wife, lived in the house for a couple more years before selling it and moving on. Over the next 18 years, the house had multiple people moving in and out of the house with no issues. Until in 1991, 18 years later, the current residents found termites in their house. Exterminators were told to enter the house from underneath to try to find the source of the termites. There, they found a crawl space, where they then found a small metal plate on a concrete wall. Once the metal plate was removed, they peeked inside to find a human skull. Police were called and a whole excavation team was brought out to the area to uncover the crawl space. The metal plate entrance was too small for the team to enter, as the area they were trying to get into was barely bigger than a coffin. Once a bigger entrance was created, an investigation went underway. The human skull was closely examined, and it was believed to be Alan, the man who went missing almost 20 years ago. A bullet hole was found in the skull, as well as a very rusty revolver in the skeleton's hand. There were no clothes on the skeleton, or the clothes had simply deteriorated from how long it has been. Another strange thing about his death and the location is that the body was surrounded by statues and trinkets placed around the area in almost a ritualistic way. Toy statues, a mirror, and other things that Alan owned in his childhood. Finally, Alan has been found, and what has happened to him? But now questions are being asked. Why did he do this? Why did he create this area? Why, the toys and statues must have been planned out. Did he put the toys in there over time, or when he decided to end his life? Alan was a 73-year-old man, so being able to climb in this coffin crawl space, trinkets, and a gun in hand would have been difficult. Another thing that seems to have no reason for happening is Alan's car being abandoned. Lots of people believe Alan abandoned his car and simply walked back home to go into the crawl space, and the car was to throw people off his trail to make it look like he was simply disappearing. One more thing I want to mention is the eeriness of the metal plate on the wall. Some people believe that this plate was sealed on from the outside, as if someone put it on for Alan, leaving him in complete darkness with his trinkets. While it's a creepy theory to think of, there hasn't been much thought from the police on if the metal plate was closed in on Alan or if he was able to do it himself. When the exterminators removed the plate, they weren't focused on how it got there, they just wanted to simply remove it. While Alan's body may have been found, the trinkets, the firearm, and the lack of telling anyone in his family why he did this, sadly, all the answers to these questions died with him, and we may never know the motive for what happened to Alan. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this first episode of officially calling it Juby After Dark. I just want So let me know what you think of the changes. I really like the title screen or the intro card I have for this now. And this series will start continuing forward a lot more frequently, just like the Look Intos and when Muskets and Media comes back. So anyway, here's a short one just to get the ball rolling, to get some feedback. I would appreciate it immensely. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next week.